Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking more Spider-Man 3 set photo images that have been released to the internet. And this one comes from Murphy's Multiverse, in which I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can go and check out the article from where I got this picture from. However, with that being said, if you are new around here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any more Spider-Man content, news, theories, gaming, and fan fictions, and all the like to come on the channel. But with that being said, let's get straight into the set photo. As you can see on the screen right now, here is the photo. It is of a lorry in Atlanta when filming for MCU Spider-Man 3. And as you can see, it says Feast on the side of it, which stands for Food Emergency Aid Shelter and Training. Now, Feast, if you don't know, is a part of the Spider-Man comic line, and it's a homeless shelter in the Marvel Universe, in which appears in the Amazing Spider-Man comic books. Now, most notably, this appears in the Spider-Man PS4 game and not the comic books. That's where it's mostly known from, and it isn't actually mostly known from the comics, it's mostly known from the game. As we do know, Feast plays a big role in the Spider-Man PS4 storyline, including characters like Miles Morales, Aunt May, Martin Lee, also known as Mr. Negative, and a bunch of other characters, and also makes an appearance in Spider-Man Miles Morales, the sequel as well. And as Miles, you have to go around the city doing quests for Feast to help them get back on their feet after the incidents and events of Spider-Man PS4. And likely Feast will have an inclusion in Spider-Man PS4 sequel as well, due to the inclusion that Aunt May had in the first game and the impact that she had on Feast. So we know Feast is a very, very big part of the Marvel Universe when it comes to the games, the comics, and now it looks like it's going to be taking a role in MCU Spider-Man 3. There are two ways this could go when it comes to the Feast shelter appearing in MCU Spider-Man 3. The first one is pretty obvious, and I'd say probably the most likely option to happen, but it could just be a reference to the Feast shelter, possibly even maybe setting up a future storyline, including someone like maybe Mr. Negative, or maybe setting up something to do with Miles Morales in the future. I don't know, but it's most likely just a reference, if anything. But then again, that means the second option means that it plays a crucial part in the story, meaning that it'll appear in most of the movie. Now, how could they actually do this if this was a big part of MCU Spider-Man 3? Now, if you do remember, at the start of Far From Home, Aunt May was actually helping homeless people and raised a lot of money for them at the start of that film, and her and Peter were helping people out. So it is assumed that once again, like the PS4 game, Aunt May will have a role in the Feast shelter and probably volunteering to help some people out. And given what happened at the start of Spider-Man Far From Home, this could be very, very likely. And this could also be used to integrate different characters like Miles Morales or potentially Martin Lee for future MCU Spider-Man storylines, potentially like a Mr. Negative storyline, or setting up a future hero like Miles Morales, who will, let's be honest, eventually take the role of Spider-Man from Peter Parker somewhere in the future. I think that's pretty evident, as Miles has already been referenced in the MCU, and then with him being a legacy character, and then the MCU being a very legacy-heavy universe, it's very likely that Miles Morales could show up or take the mantle at some point in the future. However, in my opinion, do I think that Feast will have a big part in this movie? No, I do not. I really do think this is just a reference, and given everything that's coming out, everyone's saying that Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, is going to have a role in this movie now. Okay, and everyone's saying, oh, Feast pretty much confirms Martin Lee, and Mr. Negative is going to be a villain in MCU Spider-Man 3. I have some news for you about that. That rumor probably isn't going to be true. If anything, take it with a grain of salt, because if Martin Lee does show up, he will be just a background character at most, or be someone to be set up for the future of the MCU. He definitely won't be the villain of this movie, given that we've been confirmed for a while now that Jamie Foxx will appear as Electro, and also Alfred Molina is coming back to be Doc Ock. And also, I think it's very unlikely, given all the rumors about Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, all the multiverse, Daredevil, and everything coming out about this film, that Martin Lee is going to be in this as well. So that's why I do think it's mostly just a reference, and nothing to really pick into too much. But on the off chance that it is a big part of the film, those are my reasons to why it could be a big part of the film, but like I did say, I don't think it is. Anyway, like I do say in every news video, just take everything and every rumor with a grain of salt. I do not think Martin Lee as Mr. Negative is going to show up in this one. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think it's likely? Do you think this could happen? Do you think there's any chance that Feast could play a big role in this film? If not, tell me down below. Do you think that it will? Do you think it won't? Just let me know. Let's get conversation sparking and going. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Did you enjoy? Make sure to like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any more videos. As soon as they go out on the channel, you guys will be one of the first ones to watch the videos. And you can always be in the loop when it comes to Marvel news. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.